Week 11 NFL football. Yes, football is here. We love NFL Sundays. We love NFL football, and the storylines is what we really love here on this show. Today, we're going to be talking about the biggest, the brightest, the most important, and the most intriguing storylines heading into Week 11 of NFL football. So buckle up, guys. Here are the top 5 storylines. All right, before we get started into our top 5 storylines, let me just tell you about Underdog. You can use promo code ONTAP and get a free play. Today's free play is Victor Wembanyama over half a point. You can get it by clicking the link in our description or using promo code ONTAP. There's even football specials. We also have our full gambling channel, which you can click in the link in our description. You can find it there. But let's get on to the top 5 storylines in the NFL this weekend. Number 5, Jameis Winston's revenge game. Is it revenge? It sure can be. Look, the New Orleans Saints, I think they were 3-1 when Jameis Winston tore his ACL against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Jameis Winston actually played pretty good in his time in New Orleans. They never gave him a starting job. They didn't sign him as a backup. They went with Derek Carr over him. So to me, I'm like, all right, so this is Jameis Winston, who's going to be like, I had a dream last night that God came up to me and told me that my sanctuary, my revenge, and all praise to the Lord is in New Orleans. So the Browns go to New Orleans, and Jameis Winston is going to get his revenge. This one's more of a fun one than actual serious top 5 storylines in NFL, something I care about because I love Jameis Winston. But let's get on to number 4. Number 4 is Joe Burrow, the hero. Look, the Cincinnati Bengals organization has been basically ruining Joe Burrow's chances of actually doing really great things because of the lack of help they give Joe Burrow. And, well, here we are. This team is in a must-win situation. They cannot lose any more football games. And their schedule has just been brutally, brutally hard. And what do they get out of it? They get to go to Los Angeles and play a Jim Harbaugh coach team in the Chargers. And, well, I think he's going to be on ultra charge mode here, Joe Burrow, all pun intended. And he is going to try to put this team on his back, like really put the team on his back, because that's the only way. Him and Jamar Chase need to go diabolic for him to win games. And that doesn't mean yards. That means just touchdowns, leadership, and outplaying Justin Herbert and outplaying a really good Chargers defense. So if they want to save their season, Joe Burrow is number 4 in the most intriguing storylines in Week 11. Number 3 is Caleb Williams trying to save himself. Okay, so here's the thing. There is multiple players who supposedly, reportedly, I love that, anonymous sources said that they were trying to get Caleb Williams bench for their backup, who most of us can't even name. I know I forgot his name right now. I knew it earlier today. But the thing is here of Caleb Williams, he is one of the top prospects we've seen in generations as a number 1 quarterback. I think we can kind of like name them. Who are those guys that people thought were can't miss prospects? You had John Elway, you had Peyton Manning, you had Andrew Luck, you had Trevor Lawrence, and you got Caleb Williams. Those are like the 5 best prospects people say in history of the NFL. And Caleb Williams has not lived up to it. But he's been kind of smart at the same time. He has not thrown an interception during this horrible streak. And really, I mean, I'm not a Caleb Williams fan or not a fan. I like to root for, in my opinion, the more good quarterbacks in the NFL, the better. That's just how I look at things. So we'd like to see Caleb Williams get better. I'd like to see Caleb Williams get through this hard time. And hopefully he does, because they are trying to save their season. And I want more good quarterbacks. So we need to see Caleb Williams play well against the Packers. And the Bears are pretty good at home. So maybe he can actually salvage it at Soldier Field. Number 2, Lamar versus the Steelers. This is a battle for the top of the AFC North, which has always been one of the most intriguing divisions with a lot of historic rivalries, a lot of tradition, a lot of football factories, and this is what this game is. But the Pittsburgh Steelers have kind of had Lamar Jackson's number over the years. And will that continue? Quite possibly with that defense, but I don't think so. I think it's different this time around for Lamar Jackson. He's playing his best football of his career. I say that every single year of Lamar Jackson. That's how good Lamar Jackson is. He just gets better each and every season. And I think that this is a thing here where Lamar Jackson really takes control of the division. Lamar Jackson takes a stranglehold on the MVP award to win his, third MVP award in back-to-back MVP awards. And I think this is the year that Lamar Jackson actually wins a Super Bowl. But it all starts by beating the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. And number one is Mahomes versus Allen, the Chiefs versus the Bills. Look, this is going to be the week one against the Ravens where the Chiefs won by a toe, and this week against the Bills are the two toughest games that the Kansas City Chiefs have had to play this season. They're obviously a really good team. Patrick Mahomes has not been the Patrick Mahomes we know, but he kind of, I feel like, saves it for games like this. Like, he knows this is the type of game where he's going to have to win the game for his team. We saw it against the 49ers when he made that amazing run down the sideline. I think this is the type of game where Patrick Mahomes actually turns back into Patrick Mahomes. He's, I think, never lost or only lost one time as an underdog in his whole entire career. So I think this is a game where the Chiefs win, take a stranglehold on the number one seed of all time. Sorry. I got a tweet right now about Steph Curry, something all time. So it takes the number one seed for the season, and they just basically go out and dominate the Bills. The Bills' kryptonite is the Kansas City Chiefs. So good luck. These games are all going to be really fantastic. Those are our top 5 storylines for the NFL this Sunday. Enjoy Week 11 football.